Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is I, Dave, the Tabletop Wanderer, and we are back with some more world building of Cairn 2nd edition. And we are also going to try and get some characters done. So last episode, we drew a rough map of the region, okay, and I've been off camera, I've been doodling the map, so hopefully I can get this done more or less this week. We shall see, but like, yeah, work and stuff. I know you guys are probably all fed up of me saying, yeah, work, but yeah, work, yeah, that's a thing. So I went ahead and I made a Google document with some outline stuff. So I went and I looked around YouTube, and I found this. Well, I already knew he existed. I think his name is Axe Wizard, and he just like really does enjoy Cairn, and he had a video explaining the world building process of Cairn 2nd edition and how he did it. So I went and I looked and I got some things off of his video, which I'll try, if I can remember, I'll link it in the description. He goes really in depth to this thing here. And basically, with the weather, which was one of the things that I was a bit, how should I say, I was a bit... I didn't really know how it would work, and in the last episode I said that I'll probably go and do weather for each part of the region, and that's what I went ahead and I did. So the mountains will have one type of weather, the woodlands another, the estuaries another, you know, so on and so forth. So let's get into it, and I'll go through the Google document of what I actually have done, and we'll get into it. So the region is called the Brisk Gold, and you'll see right now why. Because the culture of the region, the characters, they are resilient, and they are their ambition is wealth, so they do want wealth, and their resources, the resources that are in this region, the abundance of resources is ore, and the scarcity is stone. And with that, I said, okay, ore, you know, iron and stuff like that. But yeah, gold, why not? And the Brisk Gold. So I'm thinking that in this area there was sort of a gold rush sort of thing going on in here. I went up and I rolled up 2 factions for this whole area. I didn't want to put more than 2. And the first faction that I rolled up was the Whispering Quill, and they are an academic network. They communicate in code, and they pursue secrets. They are scholars, and their agent is an academic, and he is Gunner. And for the agent, I went up and I went to Kettlewright, which Axe Wizard says talked about in his video. So it is a website where you could just go and with one click just roll up a whole bunch of things. And so with that, I rolled up an academic agent. His name is Gunner. He's very popular, but he is incompetent. He squints a lot, and his main goal is to dominate the whole thing. He's shrewd, he's craven, he's renowned, his advantage is renown, and his agenda is he wants to cultivate a rare resource. So he wants to get the gold and do something with it. His obstacle is that his agenda must be carried out in absolute secrecy. So just basically, it's just him, that he's the only one that knows what is going on. The second faction that I rolled up was the Shifting Creed, a faith without form, adapting its dogma as needed, infiltrating cultures to spread its path to ascension. They are religious, and their agent is a spy who is named Alaric. He's very popular also. He's really manipulative. He has thick eyebrows, and his goal is ascension. So he wants to ascend to a higher plane, a higher form sort of thing. He's connected and adaptable. His advantages is members, charisma, and subterfuge. His agenda is to ascend to a higher plane, which I just said. His obstacle is a geographical barrier or impassable terrain. So there's something around this region which is an obstacle for him to carry out his agenda. Okay, now with the terrain, and this is where everything I changed up a bit of things. So we got the heart, which is our main village, and which is known for its hospitalities. The mountains, they are perilous. Their landmark is siren stones, and with the weather. In the spring, it is mild and cloudy. In the summer, it's cool and stormy. Fall, cool and rainy. Winter, frigid and stormy. And there is a unusual weather sequence around the siren stones. Every now and then, it rains of small aquatic creatures like tadpoles, frogs, and all of that. No one knows where they come from. And one of the POIs that it has is a dungeon, which is an abandoned great hall. And when we get there, we'll see if we go through it. In the woodlands, we got the woodlands is tough terrain. The landmark is a half-buried ark, and the weather in the woodlands is cold and rainy in the spring, sweltering and humid in the summer, cool and foggy in the fall, and freezing and snowing in the winter. And around the ark, the unusual weather is flashes of movement in the periphery that always amount to nothing. So we see stuff, but nothing comes out of it. And there is also a dungeon out there, which is an outpost, and it's mirrored. So we'll see what goes through that if we get there. In the estuaries, this region here in the middle, it is a tough terrain. The landmark is a behemoth graveyard, and which also comes in really nice with the Curiosity, because the Curiosity we rolled up a Leviathan skeleton, and it is infested with vermin. The weather is cool and breezy in the spring, mild and rainy in the summer, cool and foggy in the fall, cool and windy in the winter. And around the behemoth graveyard, the Leviathan skeleton, there are enormous fleshy eyes peering down from the sky, the purple the pupils lighting up the night sky. That's it. Pupils, not purple. And so we got two POIs in here. We got the Curiosity, which is the Leviathan skeleton infested with vermin, and we also got a dungeon down here, which is a cave, and it is remote. I'll probably push it out this way because it's remote. It's out of the way. The bogs now. The bogs is perilous terrain. There is a meteor garden in there, and you can see here the weather, cold and rainy in the spring, hot and humid in the summer, cool and rainy in the fall, freezing and hailing in the winter. And around the meteor garden, there's shadows that disappear at random. Animals become more reluctant, so they don't really like going in there. And the dungeon is around here, which is a collapsed palace. And last but not least, in the pastures, easy terrain, we get a great water wheel for our landmark. It is mild and sunny in the spring, nice and cloudy in the summer, mild and windy in the fall, and frigid and stormy in the winter. And around that great water wheel, the clouds are shaped like faces. They appear to be laughing. And there. And we got a Curiosity, which is a collapsed mill, which grows edible fungus. So I'm taking the great water wheel is part of the collapsed mill. That's what I'm getting through from all of that. And that is basically the brisk gold. This is our area here. And that's what I went through and rolled up over the last week for our region, the brisk gold. So what I want to do also today is create a couple of new characters, because yes, we already have two, but we need some more. And I'm thinking, like, the normal party of four, okay, which we can then roll around the brisk gold. And we have Leda and Jean, that's her, right, from our one shot 1 month. Okay, they've already got all their stats up, but we are going to create then two more. our Bonekeeper letter, and our Fletchwind Gene. Okay. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I don't have any more character sheets on me because I've run out of ink on my printer. Well, black ink. So, yeah, I need to get that. Let's see then. We've got a couple of backgrounds here, right? And let's roll to see what we get. Is there a... Let me see. Okay. Backgrounds. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 backgrounds. So let's just roll... Sorry. Let's just roll on those to see what we get. We get a 14 right here, and 14 is a Kettlewright. Oh, look at that. Kettlewright. And that's the name. Oh, I've just realized that. That's the name of the website that you can use to roll up stuff. We got ourselves a Kettlewright. Hopefully this will be good enough for everything. And last but not least, C9, a fungal forager. Let me see. Kettlewright is page 46. I don't want them to be too squishy. Right? Kettlewright, you are known by the smell of molten metal and the jingle of tin. You are no mere merchant, but an artisan of fire and metal. Okay, so he's sort of a blacksmith sort of thing. Okay, now let's just pick our next one. I want something like to be a bit more on the... We got the fungal forager right here. You follow the whisperings of the deep earth, the rhythmic pulse of mycelium forest, that grows beneath the surface. The dark holds no terror for you. Also, you really love mushrooms. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I want something with a bit more oomph in him. A barber, surfer, surgeon, no. We want something with a bit more like field warden wants these protectors of the harvest, defense against pests, thieves and beasts, a position of great honor. While it lasts, many guardians do not live out their natural lives. So this is sort of like a guardian, paladin, well, not really paladin, but sort of something like that. He gets 2 bonds. Green Wise, Half-Witch, Jongleur, Marchguard. What does Marchguard do? Bound by oath to patrol the border and protect the realm. Once sworn, the oath cannot be broken. The guard always finds their own. So he is more of a warriors type thing. Outrider. Okay, so he's sort of a mercenary. This will be sort of a thief, prowler, real runner. Sort of a bard, scrivener. Okay, I think we'll go with the Marchguard. We need someone with a bit of oomph in him. Okay. So we get Marchguard. And let's start doing this stuff then. Let's give him a name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's roll a d10 on that then. 2. Light the Marchguard. Okay, let's do this, and his name is Light. Let's roll for his strength, dex, and will. And those will be... Let me grab this here. So, play it, have just for each, roll 3d6. Let's roll 3d6, and then for strength, we get 10. Let's put it down here, because we can change them up. That's 9, 11, and 8. Okay, so we'll put 11 for strength, 10 for that, and 8 for will. His HP, 1d6. Oh my lord. Okay, his HP is 2. Not too good. I think light will see the darkness very soon. Okay, each PC starts with a backpack that can hold 6 slots of items. Inventory is abstract. Okay, let's go back here. So he starts with 3d6 gold pieces. That one went out. So we got 10, 12 gold. We got 3 rations. It's just, let me see. Okay, let's do his things here first. Okay, no, let's continue that. So we get 3 rations. 1, 2, 3. He has a lantern. I will put these in a character sheet for sure. Oil can. He's got 6 uses of that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has a longsword, which is bulky. So that will take up 2 slots. And that does a d10 damage. And it is bulky. And his armor is boiled leather. Which will give him 1 armor. Right there. Okay. Now, where these are bonds, I think? No. Okay, let's roll on the let's do his character traits then. Okay, so physique. He is short. He's short. We know his clothing. Face. Let's just do vice and virtue. Let's do a speech also. 6. Gravely. He's got a gravely voice. Gravelly. Not gravely. Gravelly voice. And his virtue is discipline. Yes. Because he is from the guard, disciplined. I can't spell. And his vice is a 9, which is vain. He's vain. Well, I guess you could say that. Like, he's from the guards, so... Okay, let's roll on a d20 for his bond. He got a 5. And his bond then is... You once freed an aid from a choked stream. In return, it gave you some silver moss, petty. Swallow it near water, and the creature will come once to repay its debt. Oh, nice. So we got some silver moss. Who knows? She might actually come and help us. His omen, 13. And 13 says, swarms of his insects are fleeing from the wood in droves, destroying any wooden structures they come across. The sound of their wings hum a familiar tune as they pass overhead, like a forgotten nursery rhyme. Okay, that is his omen. And what was that? Insects, swarm of insects. There we go. Now, let's go back to where he is, Marchguard. And let's see. Why did you take the oath? So why did Light take the oath? You got a 3. He's noble-born. You join as a noble-born. You joined to escape family trouble. Take Goosefell tarp that you stole. So he's got also a tarp, which fits 2 people. Fits 2. What did you carry as proof of your oath? 1. An impressive pin. So he has a pin on him, a metal badge of honor from the guard. It can open doors but leaves a trail, and it is petty also. So this is petty. So this means it won't take up any slots in our inventory. Well, if we get another one, we'll join the 3 of them, and that takes up 1 slot. And I think we've basically finished. He does have a couple of goals, so let's see what we can get him. Okay, where is that? Marketplace. So let's see. He's got a sword and some boiled leather. He can get himself a shield also, because he'll probably will need that, right? He probably will need that because he's only got 2 HP, and that's not good. So he's going to use up 10 of his gold. So he's going to stay with 2 gold so far, and he's going to get himself a shield, which will give him +1 armor. There. And with the other 2, what can he get? He could get some chalk, and he could get some chalk. Looks like that's all he could get. Does he want to get some chalk? You know what? Yeah, he's going to get some chalk. He's going to spend another gold and get himself some chalk, because you never know. They might actually get lost in the woods or whatever, and the chalk might actually help out. And we've got Light, our Marchguard. He is all done. Now let's go for our Kettlewright, and our Kettlewright is D10. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, D10, and we get a 9, and it is Beric. Beric, our Kettlewright. Strength, Dex, and Will. Let's see what we get for those. So 3d6 on each. Oh, that's not bad. 14. You've got a 10 right there. And 14 again. Oh, those are pretty good rolls. So we got 2 14s. He is sort of a blacksmith, so he will need a bit of strength. Yes, he uses a hammer, so we'll give 14 to strength. We'll give him 10 for dexterity, and the other 14, we'll just do it like that. His HP will be... Take that out. His HP will be 1d6. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, 4. Yeah, I'm not going to give him... because they are all pretty squishy, and this game is pretty deadly. Because like if we go here, we can see Leda, she has 6. Oh, I gave them all full HP, right? So you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Everyone gets 6 HP. I want this to go on for a bit. Like it doesn't. The fact they have 6 HP and I'm changing this to 6 HP. Doesn't mean that they're going to go very far, because there's some there's some enemies that can basically just one-shot you. If they roll a d10 and they get a 7 or 8, you're dead. Like, that's it. So everyone gets 6 HP, you get 6 HP, you get 6 HP, everyone gets 6 HP. Yay! And there we go. So he also gets 3 gold pieces of gold, 3d6 gold pieces. And that's 3, because, yeah, good on you. He hasn't sold much lately. So he's basically not going to buy anything. And now we go. 3 rations. Also. 1, 2, 3. He gets 3 torches. 1, 2, 3. He's got some pincers. Of course he does. He's a blacksmith. A roll of tin. See what we can do with that. He's got some gloves, which are petty, so they do not take up too much room. And his weapon is a hammer, which does d6. Okay, right there. Let's go see his bonds and stuff like that. His character traits first. So let's do a d10. So his physique, 7. He's short also. His voice, his speech, 5. Formal. Oh, okay. He's an educated blacksmith. His virtue, disciplined also. I guess you have to be a blacksmith, right, to get somewhere in life being a blacksmith. And his vice, 4. Deceitful. Ooh, interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's go for his bond. D20 on that. A 1. You inherited a single gem. 500 gold pieces, cold and brittle, from a long-dead relative. It arrived with a warning. Squander your newfound riches, and a debt long thought forgotten would be called in. Ooh, okay. Bond, I'm going to put number 1 here. I should have done that over there. We'll see what number that is. So I can, if I need to, I can come back and see what it is. He's got a gem. And this was the silver moss. Where's the silver moss? Silver moss was 5. So we'll do 5 there. Okay. The omen for Beric, 3. A thick, unnatural fog has begun encroaching upon an ancient and holy grove. It is said to be the work of a great forest spirit, angered by nearby deforestation. Where could that be, I wonder? I wonder where that could be. Yeah, probably in the woodlands for sure. Somewhere in the woodlands. I'm guessing. That was a 3. And this is forest spirit. We'll just put forest spirit. If we need to come back to it, we shall. Okay, now what do we need from him? Where is the Kettlewright? Kettlewright. We need to see what is your trade. Well, hopefully, I've been saying he's a blacksmith, so let's see. 6. You scavenge raw tin and iron from battlefields, pulling teeth from still twitching corpses. Start with a young donkey. Plus 4 slots, slow, a crossbow. Oh, and a saw. I will take that. Yes. So we also have a cart and a donkey here for our bone keeper. She also got a cart and a donkey, a wagon and a donkey, plus 8 slots of inventory. Or inventory. Is it inventory or inventory? I always say inventory. Well, that's just my Australian mind saying that. Okay, so we got a donkey, which will give us +4 slots, but he is slow. We get a crossbow. Crossbow, which does D8 damage, and it is bulky. I don't really mind though, because it's like we have 2 possibilities here, and a saw, which will be good as another weapon or something to cut some wood down, right? Now, what never fails to get you out of trouble. 3, spiked boots. Oh, like Kettlewright, like Beric is just getting massive. Spiked boots. Yeah, this all goes into his inventory. Spiked boots. Cracks heads. D8. So he does have some armor. Well, not really. I wouldn't call that armor because, you know, it's spiked. But yeah, not too bad. And we have got ourselves our party. We started off with Leda, our bone keeper. Brawny, courageous, vengeful. Let's see what about her voice. We didn't do the voices last time, but her speech. But we will do it now. Let's see. Speech. 2. Booming. Oh, through her plague doctor mask. Booming. What about Jeanne? What about her voice? Got a 9. She stutters. Okay. Good on you. I must not forget that Jeanne, she stutters. And yeah, and here we are. So everyone's got 6 HP. We've got all our stuff here, all that. I will put this into a nice little sheet. Also, I need to find the other character sheet. It's probably somewhere, which had a little picture of them in there also. And we got ourselves, so we got the Bone Keeper letter, Jeanne the Fletchwind, Kettlewright, Mr. Beric, and Light the Marchguard. And that is our party for our coming up adventure in the Brisk Gold. Right there. And I'm going to call it quits for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Second part of world building and some character creation on Cairn. I can hardly wait to get this up and running. I really want to get this done. Something that I do need to do, which is here in world building, is the roads and stuff like that. It says here, waypoints, settlements, no. To build the roads, path features, here we go. So we get some roads, and then you need to roll on to see what can happen in this. And I also need to get this or put it all together. Just do these questions and, you know, flesh out the Brisk Gold. That's what I'll be doing off camera, and then before the first episode of this whole thing, I'll catch you all up. Okay, we need to do this, the paths, and why everyone is around the Brisk Gold. Apart from the Heart, which is our main village, I did throw up a couple of towns and stuff like that because, you know, yeah, it'd be better. And I'm actually thinking, you know, probably no, forget it. Scrap that idea. I was about to say I wanted to do a point crawl, but no, we'll just do the normal thing. Okay, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification so you can get notifications, and I'll see you all on the next one. Go check Axe Wizard's videos out also, his channel. He does, if you like Ken, that's the place to go. He really does explain things better than I can. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.